Alright, y'all, you know what time it is. This is part 2 of my trip to Toronto, Canada. If you didn't see part 1, it's on the channel. You know where to find it. I love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. Let's get into it. What day is it? Wednesday?
No.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
No, Monday.
It's Tuesday, love. It's Monday?
So we were at church yesterday.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's Monday.
It's only Monday. You forget what day it is on vacation, I swear. To start the morning off, we took a nice little walk over to the distillery district where there is this cafe that is actually Australia inspired. It's called Arvo Coffee. And let me tell you, this spot was so cool. They even had coffee beans from one of the coffee shops I used to go to in Sydney when I lived there. So this honestly was a great start to the morning. After coffee, we went and looked at some shops. We found this really cool vintage store, and there's this shirt from my home state, which I thought was crazy. Then we just kind of killed time and went to other stores, and you already know I had to get that immunity shot. Cheers.
It's like you've done that before.
Okay, what do you think? Let the audience guess.
Siblings are dating. That's gotta be the way he's leaning.
Right, let's say
I'm
it's
gonna
the body
siblings.
siblings.
It's gotta be siblings.
That's siblings.
Okay.
That's siblings.
Oh no! Then we went over to this other cafe called The Library as we waited for Maddie's Patty's Burgers to open. I've never heard of this place. I've never been here before, obviously, but they were kind of hyping it up, telling me a lot about it. It's owned by this guy named Matty Matheson. I don't know. But listen, this burger, it was pretty good. Not gonna lie. I wouldn't say it was like anything super impressive, but in all honesty, I'm not very impressed by food anyway. I don't know. We've entered Kensington.
All right, teams. Now we're in Kensington. So on the left, we see a little powwow cafe. Oh, pizzeria. That's my right.
It's getting colder and colder as we go throughout the night. We got McKenna, our tour guide, helping us.
What?
We got McKenna as our tour guide. Give us a little tip, a Toronto tip. Why are we crossing? We're crossing.
Well, I don't know, he decided. Okay, so rule number 1 is where,
Yeah. Yep, that's it. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna lie, I was freezing my butt off, but these hand warmers saved my life. For the evening, we just walked around Kensington, and as you can see here, Holly is freezing, wearing 8 layers, and Alan is taking his sweatshirt off, trying to convince himself that he's not cold. There they are, kissing. Just kidding, I love them so much. Henri found this shirt in honor of the Queen, and Jacques actually bought it and wore it. And then we went to this restaurant called Chubby's. It's like a Caribbean style restaurant. Guys, it was so freaking good. My mouth is watering looking back at these clips because this was such a delicious meal. I don't think I've ever eaten anything like this in my life. Listen, you know how I said in part 1, we know how to have a good time? Well, you're about to witness that because after dinner, we went to this donut store called Cops. And I don't know what came over us, but we were just having such a good time.
It's a heartbeat, baby. Turn on the music. Turn down the lights. In a minute, I'll be there. Set the middle. Pump me up.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I know we look obnoxious, but the workers actually loved it. We were having such a good time. They even asked us what songs we wanted to play, and they were blasting them and dancing with us. They were so freaking sweet. And the donuts were absolutely amazing. And then a bird pooped on me on our way home. So, love that for me. Anyway, day 4. Let's get it. In the morning, we met up with our friend Izzy again, and we had to go back to Arvo Coffee. We just couldn't get enough. It was that good. And for some reason, the day before, I was craving boba tea like all day. So right after that, we went straight to chow time. This was such a freaking good drink. Okay, we started this new game.
Yeah.
Where anytime we see Tim Hortons, the last person to say Timmy's has to buy everyone a donut. So, here we go. Henri lost. He's running. Oh, we're crossing. We're gonna go get a donut. Alright, open her up.
It's called a Boston cream.
We then walked over to what I believe they called the Times Square of Toronto. Dundas Square, I think it is. Dundas? I don't know. Listen, it was a really cool area. We went and got food. We had a massive pretzel, more poutine, of course. I've never eaten so much poutine in my life at this really cool looking pub. Okay, guys, at this point, we have an issue because we go to Tim Hortons every day. Like multiple times. Multiple times a day.
Multiple times.
We're
You
just,
can never have too many
this
times.
has got to be like an addiction.
Honestly,
people.
it's an addiction I'm willing to have.
Fair. To kick the evening off, you know, we had to go to Tim Hortons, of course, and then we walked over to the Distillery District again for dinner. It was a really cool Mexican restaurant with some of the best cocktails and tacos I've ever had. And we said goodbye to our friend Izzy. She had to go back home, unfortunately. And then we started ice skating in the city, and this was such a cool experience. Listen, call me a tourist. That's literally what I am. But this was so fun. Chris, we're going strong right now. Alan's only fallen 3 times. But we're ending the trip. We're ending the trip strong. I can't believe I just got that on video. I just got that on video. Whoa. Guys, just admire this for a second.
Okay.
Look at this. It's smoking. Can we just pause? Can we pause for a minute?
1 minute silence. Go on.
The last poutine. What's really funny about this evening is we planned to go home right after ice skating because we had a flight at 4 a.m. the next day to go back to the States. However, we just couldn't get enough, so we went out to eat again, got some drinks with McKenna, went back to Cops for donuts. They gave us free chocolate milk. We then went to another bar for wine at midnight, and then we crashed, and the plans ended there.
I love you.
Hey, bye. We'll miss you.
Bye.
Until next time. Let's go.
Let's not get hit.
Bye. To end this amazing trip, we took off to the airport and said goodbye to our friends, which is always sad, but hey, until next year's vlog. Bye guys, we love you.
Love you guys.
See you at home.
Okay. It's crazy because we didn't actually plan this, but my layover happened to be in Edmonton, Alberta, where one of my best friends from college is. So of course we had to leave the airport and go see her.
Welcome back to Samara's vlog. It's been 5 years.
Oh my god. Bye. We just got breakfast and coffee and then rushed back to the airport and flew home to the States. And that is the end of my amazing trip to Toronto. Overall, I had such an amazing time in Canada and I can't wait till the day I go back. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the vlog. And I can't wait to see you in next week's video. Okay, I love you. Bye.